Bubba Wallace ignites the track with his fearless pursuit of playoff glory, revving up the excitement on the NASCAR stage. Wallace's true statements send shockwaves through the racing world as he exposes his ambitious approach to earn that coveted playoff berth, with victory tantalizingly near, but just out of grasp. Above that, the 2311 Racing owners spilled something about Wallace. Buckle up for a thrilling ride as we get into today's video and find out what's going on about the playoff drama. But before that, please subscribe to our channel and hit that like button for more whereabouts on NASCAR. Amidst the high-stakes arena of NASCAR, where each revolution of the wheel can herald either conquest or heartbreak, Bubba Wallace finds himself perched precariously on the cusp of racing magnificence. The looming expanse of Saturday night sky above Daytona's beach holds within it the pivotal detriment of his fate. Here, he maneuvers along the delicate threshold that separates the exhilaration of triumph and the torment of exclusion. In a domain where minuscule fractions of time delineate the boundary between victory and defeat, Wallace is positioned as if on a tightrope suspended over the chasm of the unknown. Grasping onto the final playoff berth, he steers through the whirlwind of high-velocity pandemonium, acutely aware that a multitude of contenders stand poised to seize away his place in the postseason. With the crucible of an interview conducted by Rob Pockrass, Wallace unabashedly wears his ambition like a badge of honor. As the intrepid star of 2311 Racing, Wallace stands resolute in the 16th and ultimate playoff slot. This particular position carries within it both the allure of potential and the weight of pressure. During the interview, Pockrass asked Wallace, what does it mean to make the playoffs this year versus not making the playoffs? What would be the difference in the feeling of accomplishment and goals for this season? The number 23 driver stated, "Yeah, I came off last year thinking that this year would be our best one yet. And if I look at it, I think we're sitting 14th in the points. We have a shot at being a part of the playoffs, and we have a shot at going really far in the playoffs. I feel like a lot of good tracks suit us really well. And for some reason, I like to win the playoffs. And that doesn't matter because it's over. But I win as I win, right? You can't take that away from us. But we're not a part of it. So if we could lock ourselves in and do some really great things, I think it would be a massive pat on the back to everybody involved in this program. And 2311 showing their commitment to the sport and the commitment that we have to deliver back for the team." The seasoned interviewer Bob Pockrass further gets right into the heart of the issue by asking Wallace whether he considers making the playoffs to be the standard of a good season. Bubba Wallace mentioned, 100%. I think I would be devastated if we didn't make the playoffs. I hate that we haven't had a win this year to lock ourselves in yet. But, I think you just have to be mindful. I have a lot of people telling me, you can only control the things that you can control. He further added, and our speed has been better than last year. We haven't had as many breakout races as we did last year. We've only had a handful where we thought we could actually win versus last year. We threw away a lot. We had a lot of opportunities that we couldn't. We didn't know the other side because we had made enough mistakes on our own ends to tarnish that outlook, right? And so I think this year, putting all these races together, we're still missing the fourth quarter, the final stage of the race, like getting that dialed in. So we've been making tries, and we've been getting better. But yeah, I think just putting it all together, nothing's guaranteed. You gotta go out and fight for it and continue to say that. So we're going to have to put it online so we can get ourselves locked in. Emphasizing the playoffs, what do you think? Will Bubba Wallace be able to make it this time? Let us know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click that bell button for more updates. Amidst the thunderous crescendo of roaring engines, Wallace's rivals, including Ty Gibbs, Daniel Suarez, Chase Elliott, and Alex Bowman, seize upon the slimmest strands of opportunity as the race cars ignite with life. The engines resonate with the fervor of aspiration, propelled by the burning desire to secure a coveted spot among the esteemed 16 drivers contending in the 10-race playoffs. Still, the focus remains unwaveringly on Wallace, a driver who may not have clinched a victory this season, but boasts a wealth of reliability, holding a comfortable 32-point lead over his challengers. As the reverberating echoes of last Sunday's NASCAR Cup Series race at Watkins Glen gradually faded with the cooling engines, Wallace found himself in an unexpected and paradoxical state of relief that seemed to hang in the atmosphere. But what transpired to evoke this sensation? And what were Bubba's thoughts on the matter? Bubba Wallace chuckled, his voice carrying the gravity of countless laps and the aspirations of his dedicated 2311 Racing team. He said, "Thanks to William Byron for winning that. Didn't have a new winner. The race had cast a playoff berth in a precarious balance, and the outcome had led Brad Keselowski and Kevin Harvick to secure their playoff positions through points accumulation. In this high-velocity game of strategic maneuvering, Wallace clung to the prized 16th position, a mere 30 points distant from the cutoff line. As the settling dust gradually painted the scene on the expansive 2.45-mile road course, Wallace found himself not merely occupying the 12th position, but rather standing within a realm of personal victory. His remarkable performance at the New York track effortlessly eclipsed his previous 23rd place finish, serving as a resounding tribute to his unwavering concentration and unwavering precision. Wallace candidly admitted, a playful grin adorning his lips, "This is the first time I felt proud of myself at a road course race. You've got to stay on it at these places." Wallace reminisced thoughtfully, saying, "We wanted to maintain our gap and not lose too many vines." The sensation of achievement acted as a favorable breeze, propelling him towards the impending ultimate showdown, rendering Daytona a location of stressful as hell proportions, albeit with a slightly diminished intensity. The scent of the forthcoming playoffs lingered in the atmosphere, almost within arm's reach. For Wallace, clinching a playoff spot would signify the apex of his 7-year tenure in the Cup Series. However, the exhilaration of the postseason was not foreign to him, having risen to the occasion for his 2311 racing team in the number 45 car during the previous year's playoffs. The memory of leading the charge in the pursuit of the owner's championship title stood as a beacon of confidence, illuminating his path moving forward. But what obstacles must Bubba overcome in order to qualify for the playoffs? And what does his team boss think about the track that comes up next? Bubba Wallace is drawn to the unpredictability of Daytona because it offers a potential for either victory or an upset. A spectacular victory at Daytona is, from Bubba Wallace's perspective, the most direct path to participating in the postseason races. The fact that he has finished in the top 5 in 4 of the 12 Cup races he's competed in at the Superspeedway is encouraging. However, the unpredictability of Daytona is well known, and outsiders such as Justin Haley, Eric Jones, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. have excelled to a greater degree than the defending champions. Denny Hamlin, a veteran racer and owner of a racing team, has stated that one of the attractions and challenges of Daytona is the track's lack of predictability. Denny Hamlin, the 3 times Daytona winner, stated, "Daytona is a race where you just kind of budget for someone new winning. And if they don't, then you're ahead of the budget. I think you still have to race smart, and if you get unlucky, then you get unlucky." The formula is straightforward, but it's not easy to follow. Wallace's greatest chance of sealing his spot in the playoffs for good is to win the game in question. The possibility of gaining the maximum of 60 points by winning a race and all of its stages would firmly establish his position as a candidate for the championship and intensify the reverberation of the roar of his engine. In the event that victory proves elusive, Wallace will have to walk a tight line between protecting his advantage over his competitors and counting on the unpredictability of the Daytona track to shake up the standings. So that's all we've got for today. We hope you enjoyed it. Tell us what you think of the video in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We hope to see you in the upcoming video.